Hey there, it's me, Teacher Cleo, and for today's review, mas focus tayo sa general education, science, and technology. By the way, the timer is only 10 to 15 seconds. Kindly pause the video to have more time to answer. Now let's get started. An organism that is incapable of photosynthesis and must obtain its energy by consuming other organisms. The correct answer is consumer, or also known as heterotrophs. Remember this, teachers, consumers are unable to make their energy and nagre-rely lang sa consumption and digestion of producers or other consumers to survive. The consumers are humans and animals. We get our energy from the producers. Unlike plants, hindi po sila nagre-rely sa ibang organisms. Kaya nilang mabuhay kahit gamit lang ang energy from the sun. It is the total mass of all living matter in a specific area. The correct answer is option D, biomass. Which of the following is an example of anabolic metabolism? The correct answer is photosynthesis, letter C. It is a biochemical process in metabolism where the simple molecules combine to generate complex molecules. And since these chemical reactions require energy, the correct answer is photosynthesis. Tandaan lang to, teachers, the best example of anabolic ay ang photosynthesis. It is composed of all individuals that belong to the same species and live in a given area at a particular time. The correct answer is population. During what part of the day is carbon dioxide released in plants? The correct answer is option C, evening. Here's the number 6 question. A feeding procedure wherein the mother bird partially digests the food and places an amount into the young bird. In short, hindi dinadigest ng mother bird yung kinakain niya at literal na isusuka ang pagkain. A natural behavior na ginagawa ng mga ibon para makakain ang mga anak nito. Water that moves across the land surface and into streams and rivers. The correct answer is runoff, letter A. Legislation that sets the national standards for safe drinking water passed in 1974. The correct answer is Safe Drinking Water Act. A waste that poses a danger to human health. It must be dealt with in a different way from other types of waste. The correct answer is option B, hazardous waste. Purpose is to protect the public against unreasonable risk of injury associated with consumer products. The correct answer is option D, Consumer Product Safety Act. Again, there's no need to rationalize if self-explanatory or key terms lang ang tanong. Just make sure, teachers, na maging aware or familiar kayo sa mga ganitong tanong. What do you call the consumers that directly fed on producers and get the greater amount of energy? The correct answer is option C, herbivores, or sila yung mga vegetarians. An animal that eats producers like plants is called an herbivore, and also known as primary consumers. Be familiar, as teachers, sa energy o trophic pyramid. Primary producers are the plants. Gaya nga nasabi ko kanina, di sila nagre-rely o kaya nilang mabuhay through the non-living source of energy. Then, kakainin sila ng primary consumers or the herbivores. Since sila ang nauna, so sila ang mas marami ang makukuhang energy from the primary producers or plants they eat. For now, simplihan ko lang ang ratio ko since Gen Ed lang naman to at hindi major shape. What type of body covering makes up a mammal? The correct answer is letter A, fur. A biome which is dominated by coniferous forest is known as blank. Tandaan lang ang keyword kapag coniferous forest biome, usually tinatawag na taiga or boreal forest. What contraceptive is effective at preventing fertilization and protecting against transmission of sexually transmitted diseases? The correct answer is condom. Which of the following does not promote conservation and preservation of the ecosystem? Selective hunting ay di naman ganon ka-harmful sa ecosystem. Unlike advancing technology, have a negative effect on the environment and contribute to climate change. He evolved the theory of evolution in his book Origin of Species. The correct answer is Charles Darwin. Next question. Which is referred to as life's building block? The correct answer is option C, cells. Number 18 question. Observe the keywords na nasa question na mismo. The best answer is option A, wash hands frequently. The skull of a person increases in size rapidly during babyhood. Letter D. Why babyhood? Because during this period, increasing in size to accommodate the growing brain. To keep the organism alive for the longest possible time, what must be provided? Of course, it needs oxygen. Which of the following is indication of global warming? Kapag tumaas ang temperature, of course, mas tataas ang sea level. One of the example is that the melting of our glacier. The correct answer is letter A, rising of sea level. Which layer of Earth's atmosphere contains a gas called ozone? The correct answer is stratosphere. Meron tayong 5 major and several secondary layers, and only stratosphere is best known as home to Earth's ozone layer. Used to calculate the probabilities of outcomes resulting from genetic cross. Nasa screen na rin ang short ratio for Punnett square. Sir Ronald Ross, a British physician and bacteriologist, was awarded the Nobel Prize in Medicine for his research in transmission of malaria. Combination of sulfur dioxide and nitrogen compounds with water in the atmosphere will result in blank. The correct answer is acid rain. An organism that consumes dead animals. The correct answer is scavenger. One of the prominent example of a scavenger is vulture. The study and implementation of restoring damaged ecosystems. Gaya ng palagi kong sinasabi, minsan andyan na sa tanong ang sagot. Anyway, the correct answer is restoration energy. The study of species interactions which determine the survival of a species in a habitat. The correct answer is community ecology. Iba po ang population ecology, in which studies the investigation of the reasons why populations changes over time. Condition in which people have access to sufficient, safe, and nutritious food that meets their dietary needs for an active and healthy life. The correct answer is food security. The manipulation of living organisms or their components to produce useful products. So it is the use of biology to develop new products or methods. The correct answer is biotechnology, letter D. It is the process by which producers use solar energy to convert carbon dioxide and water into glucose. The correct answer is option B, photosynthesis. The correct sequence from the oldest era to the latest. The correct sequence is in the letter C. Tandaan nyo lang ang mnemonics nito. The organism that eats plants only, and that is herbivores, letter C. To enter or leave a cell, substances must pass through. The correct answer is option D, the plasma membrane. Ito po yung nagpo-provide ng protection for a cell from any toxins and fixed environment inside the cell. An organelle, which is the site of protein synthesis, is blank. The correct answer is ribosome. Pabasa na lang na nasa screen as your notes. What are the building blocks of all matter? The correct answer is atoms. Recap lang tayo, teachers. Pag tinatanong kung ano ang life's building block, the answer is cell. While the building blocks of all matter, the answer should be atoms. Which biogas is contained from biological waste such as animal manure? The correct answer is methane. The use of a species to control the population growth or spread of an undesirable species. Of course, that is biocontrol, letter A. How many degrees is the tilting of Earth to its axis? The correct answer is 23.5 degrees. Again, di ko na masyadong bigyan ng ratio kung di na kailangan. Who introduced the term ecology? The correct answer is Ernest Haeckel. Which of the following situations contributed much to the increasing level of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere? The burning of fossil fuels has led to an increase in the amounts of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere, letter D. Which of these characterizes organic compounds? The best and correct answer is they are compounds containing carbon, option A. Why is incineration not favored as a method of waste disposal? The correct answer is option B, it releases noxious gases. Since sa lahat ng choices, ang pinaka-harmful ay ang negative effects of incineration, and that is releasing noxious gases, means it will emit toxins and pollutants. Which of the following is an example of a result of maintaining homeostasis? The control of body temperature in humans is a good example of homeostasis in a biological system. So the correct answer is steady internal temperature, letter C. Which of the following is an incorrect match of organelle and function? The correct answer is option B, Golgi apparatus photosynthesis. Why? Because photosynthesis is not a function or role ng Golgi apparatus, since it is responsible to help process and package proteins and lipid molecules. Which part of the cell is made up of cellulose? Of course, it is cell wall, letter D. In animals and plant taxonomy, which is the descripted classification from the smallest of related groups to the very largest? The correct answer is option D. Please take note lahat ng pinapakita ko sa screen. Which organ serves as storage of urine? The correct answer is letter B, urinary bladder. It is the outflow of acidic water from metal mines or coal mines which poisons the nearby natural watershed. The correct answer is letter A, acid mine drainage. Here's the next question. Tandaan ang keywords para mas madali nyong masagutan in case na ma-encounter nyo to sa let. Anyway, an ore is a rock that contains a metal or other useful mineral that can be mined and sold at a profit, and they are extracted through mining. Author of Silent Spring, she studied the effects of DDT on the birds in a bird sanctuary. The correct answer is option D, Rachel Carson. Okay, number 52 na tayo. Meron agad tayo ditong keywords. The process by which fertile land becomes desert. So the correct answer is desertification. It is the process by which a non-saline soil becomes saline as by the irrigation of land with brackish water. Gaya ng palagi kong tinuturo on how to choose the correct answer is first, check kung meron bang mga clue words sa question. Second, apply the elimination method. You can try to watch the tips on how to get the correct answer in let. Doon ko na-discuss lahat ng pwede nyong gamitin. Anyway, the correct answer is option A, salination. A substance that is made up of only one kind of atom is blank. The correct answer is an element. Ito po yung mga pure substance that can't be separated into simpler substances by chemical or physical means. Protect species that are considered to be threatened or endangered. Includes migratory birds and their habitats. The correct answer is Endangered Species Act. Tandaan nyo lang yan, teachers. The process of mixing decaying leaves, manure, and other nutritive matter to improve and fertilize soil. The correct answer is composting. This refers to the percentage of the sun's energy reflected back into space by the Earth's surface. Tandaan nyo lang ang keyword, teachers. Albedo can be thought of as the reflectivity of the Earth. Next question. So in this question, the clue word, the system of varying successive crops in a definite order on the same ground. The correct answer is crop rotation. Which subatomic particle has a negative charge? Tandaan, meron tayong 3 subatomic particles. Protons have a positive charge, electrons have a negative charge, and neutrons don't have a charge. A place where organisms live is called blank. The correct answer is habitat. Okay, this is the end for the Gen Ed Science and Technology Part 1. Abangan nyo ang Part 2, continuation ng drills na to. See ya!